When you are creating a brand positioning, it's all about a brand vision and a strategy. It's all about the brand values and personality. It's all about brand name and identity, and the target audience, and finally, of course, it's all about brand proposition. So all this put together actually makes a brand positioning in a consumer's mindsets. So again, I'll take some examples. Just a minute. Okay, so what is brand vision and strategy? It's basically, the brand vision is the brand's long-term ambition in the market. Okay, what you want to project your brand in the market. So what's exactly is your vision for it. The brand strategy is about giving focus and direction to the brand's marketing, and I'll come later on certain examples. Now, brand values is the spirit of the brand, what it believes in, because that's again very, very critical for any brand. And a brand personality is qualities of the brand as a person. In fact, whenever you start any exercise in branding, the first thing that you have to think of is of a brand or as a person, as an individual. And every time, for example, when I say Amitabh Bachchan, you get certain image and certain personality in front of you. The moment I say Hitler, you have a completely different picture. It's not the same as Amitabh Bachchan. Or the moment I say Mahatma Gandhi, it's totally opposite of Hitler. So every time you actually start creating a brand, the first question you have to keep it in your mind is इसकी personality क्या होगी, किसके जैसे होगी, क्या मैं इसमें बताना चाहता हूँ. That's the key. So brand personality is something which is the qualities of the brand as a person. So when I say Amitabh Bachchan, you think of angry young man, or rather an angry old man now, or Shah Rukh Khan, or maybe Johnny Lever. Now Johnny Lever can't be Amitabh Bachchan and vice versa. So obviously, there are certain qualities of that person which you can see it in that brand. So that's important. Then comes the brand name and identity, which is symbols that create brand recognition. Which for example, McDonald's M is very well known, or Nike's swoosh mark is very well known. So these are the kind of other examples. Target audience, you have to very well define it, both in terms of the demographics and psychographics, and that's why understanding the consumer's mindset is equally important. And finally, the brand proposition, what are the differentiated benefits that are compelling enough, So as I said, when you enter a shopper stop, अगर आपके पास सामने 10 ब्रांड है, फिर भी आप 2 या 3 ही ब्रांड आप देखते हो और चूज करते हो, which is also because there is a differentiated benefit that you feel that you're going to get buying this particular brand. So these are the basic brand architecture while creating a brand. And that's critical for, whenever you start doing the process of creating the positioning. So some of the examples I have taken: Ritu Kumar from fashion industry and Omega from luxury goods, which are the two examples. Now, if you see Ritu Kumar, it's a very Indian, traditional Indian style that she believes in. And if you see her brand architecture, so her brand vision is to be the leading designer brand for upscale Indian women. Now, mark the words leading designer brand. So that's for sure that when you want to get into a leading designer brand, you have to market yourself well. And again, upscale Indian woman. So she's obviously conscious about her pricing. She's conscious about her product. Whom is she appealing to? And that's why every word becomes equally important. The brand strategy is offer a range of clothing and accessories to meet all her lifestyle needs. So she needs to offer an entire range for an upscale Indian woman so that she becomes the leading designer brands. Okay. The brand values is Ritu Kumar believes in authenticity, superior quality, and being world-class in Indian heritage. So she has always maintained her Indianness. And though it's an international brand today, But the fact is, she has believed in giving the international quality, and she believes in its authenticity. So again, she has completely emphasized on superior quality, but yet maintaining the Indian heritage. Her brand personality is she embodies timeless elegance, style, and meticulous perfectionism. What it means is that if you are seen wearing creation from Ritu Kumar, then you are seen as a timeless elegance, style, and meticulous perfection. In terms of the brand name and identity, it's Ritu Kumar, which her Sanskrit letter, Ri, is what she actually uses quite effectively. Target audience is women who want designer wear for every day and for occasions in order to make a style statement. Women who like the ethnic look. Again, it's all ethnic and Indian, and particularly appreciate the finer nuances of traditional Indian craftsmanship. And in terms of the brand proposition, makes an authentic Indian style statement like no other brand can, so that you are set apart and stand out from the crowd. So basically the whole proposition is stand out from the crowd. So this is the way she managed to create her positioning and her brand. The next one is Omega. Here again, if you actually see, they have taken a lot of celebrities, and every celebrity is showing a little attitude in this all the campaigns, whether it's Cindy Crawford or Anna Kournikova or Pierce Brosnan. So you will always see a certain attitude in that. So coming to the architecture, the vision is to be the leading luxury watch and accessory brand of choice for the discerning and upscale global consumer. Here, global again becomes very important. Upscale is obviously important because it's luxury, is what they're trying to market. The brand strategies offer a range of luxury, high-performance watches and prestige jewelry to meet their needs, right? So it's all about luxury, high-performance watches and the luxury. The brand values are Omega believes in matchless precision, performance, and timeless elegance. So again, it is something where they are trying to project that eventually the Omega as a brand will always stay with you, because it is about performance, it's about precision, and it is about the timeless elegance. Coming to the brand personality, it's striking, individually sophisticated, glamorous, performance focused. And that's why if you notice, all those brand ambassadors had a certain attitude in that campaign. Coming to brand name and identity, Omega, that they have a distinctive O of Omega, which is there in every campaign and every product. Target audience is upscale men and women around the world. Those looking for luxury watch, that is the perfect style statement, right? So again, those who are looking for luxury, so they have maintained that luxury everywhere. Obviously, it's a watch is the product, and that is a perfect style statement. So which is the key. It's all about style and perfection, and so offers the perfect combination of high performance and glamour to express who you are, right? So again, all coming together gives a brand positioning. Now, I've tried to do a brand in jewelry brand. I didn't want to name it, so that's why I've just said it's an X brand, but it's come from a group which is over 100 years old. Of course, a retail brand, and so their brand vision is to be the leading diamond jewelry player for modern yet traditional Indian women. Again, it's all about traditional Indian woman. Though we are saying today's woman, which is modern, but she has certain inherent traditional values, so that they want to retain. Brand strategies offer a range of diamond jewelry to meet all her life stage needs, right? So they have that particular audience in mind for which they want entire jewelry for all the different occasions. The brand values are leverage heritage yet focus on creating range of unique designs, exclusive on quality, and provide superb finish rarely offered by competition. So they have insisted on unique designs, exclusive quality, and finish. So those are the brand values with which they want to live. Their brand personality is against timeless elegance, style, and yet traditional at heart. They have again maintained the traditional, like Ritu Kumar was maintaining her Indianness. So similarly here also they may be talking to a modern woman, but they still want to talk in terms of the every Indian woman is still traditional at heart, and that's what they're trying to appeal to, right? The brand name, they have created their own logo with which is pretty bold and with a glam look, and yet it still remains a traditional name. Okay. Target audience is women who want classic jewelry for every day and for occasions. In order to make as a statement, women who like the traditional look and particularly appreciate the finer nuances of high craftsmanship. So they have again maintained the traditional look and yet always high on quality and craftsmanship. So which they have again maintained. And finally, finally about brand proposition is makes an elegant and a classy statement so that you are the center of attention and stand out from the crowd. So they want to make sure that every woman who actually wears their creation stands out from the crowd, and so she becomes the center of attention. So anytime in any party or any social gathering, people should come to her and ask कि ये कहाँ से खरीदा, ये किसका design है, and that's what will make the whole positioning of the brand stronger. So that's an example of a jewelry brand. Now finally, of course, so in a nutshell, that's what the whole branding architecture is. So you have to think through your vision, your strategy, your values, the personality, the name and identity, target audience, and brand position. So all this put together will give you the brand positioning for the brand.